Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter. Let us take few illustrations which we usually come across in our daily lives. Looking at the images, can you relate the concept used here with the one which we study in mathematics? Yes, it is lines and angles. We all can see images which depicts real life examples of lines and angles. Lines and angles are involved in nearly every aspect of our daily lives. For example, architects need to calculate angles very precisely to create structure which stands upright and allow rainwater to run off the roof. There are many more applications like these. For example, in science, we use the concept of intersecting lines and parallel lines to study refraction property of light. So we can say knowledge of lines and angles is not only important for drawing angles and measuring angles in examination, but it can also be applied in real life situations. So let us begin with the chapter. Children, though according to the new syllabus, Introduction to Euclid's Geometry is removed, we still be discussing the concept which is related to this chapter and the successive chapters. So the first thing we discuss is a point. Euclid gave definition of point and a line. Though he defined a point and a line, but these definitions are not accepted by mathematicians. Therefore, these terms are now taken as undefined. So let us look for the reason why these terms are undefined. So the definition for the point is, a point is that which has no part. Here, a part is need to be defined. If we define a part to be that which occupies space or have area, then again we need to define area. So to define one thing, we need to define many other things. Similarly, in the definition of line, it refers to length and breadth. Again, these two terms are not defined. For such reasons, mathematicians agree to leave such terms undefined. Next definition is of line segment. A part of line with two endpoints is called line segment. A part of line with one endpoint is called ray. Next is collinear and non-collinear points. If three or more points lie on the same line, then the points are called collinear points. Here, R, Q and P are collinear points. Whereas, if the three or more points that do not lie on the same line are called non-collinear points. Here, X, Y, Z are called non-collinear points. Note that any 2 points are always collinear because we can always connect them with a straight line. What is an angle? An angle is formed when two rays have common endpoint, and this common endpoint is called as vertex. And two rays forming an angle is called arc. There are different types of angles. When a measure of an angle is exactly 90 degrees, then it is called as right angle. An angle measuring between 0 degree and 90 degree is called an acute angle. An angle which is greater than 90 degree but lesser than 180 degree is called as an obtuse angle. Straight angle is exactly 180 degree. An angle which is greater than 180 degree but lesser than 360 degree is called reflex angle. Supplementary and complementary angles. If the sum of two angles is 90 degree, then the angles are called complementary angles. Here 67 and 23 degree are complementary angles as the total makes 90 degree. Two angles whose sum is 180 degree are called supplementary angles. Here 120 degree and 60 degree are supplementary angles as the total makes 180 degree. Adjacent angles. Two angles are adjacent if they have common vertex, common arm, and two non-common arms which lie on either side of the common arm. Here angle ABD and angle CBD are adjacent angles. ABC and ABD are not adjacent angles. ABC and angle ABD are not adjacent angles because their non-common arms lie on the same side of the common arm. Their non-common arms lie on the same side of the common arm. That is why ABD and angle ABC are not adjacent angles. If non-common arms form a line, then pair of angles so formed are called linear pair, and the sum is always 180 degree. What are the different ways of drawing two lines? Two possible ways of drawing two lines are either it can be a parallel lines or it can be a intersecting lines. When we form intersecting lines, angles are formed. We get two pair of angles which are vertically opposite. These are vertically opposite angles formed by when two lines intersect. So this is all for today. This was just the introduction part. We will discuss the topics in the next class. Thank you.